In today's online session, we will discuss experiment number 6, which is measurement of support reactions in a statically determinate beam. The main objective of this experiment is to verify the reactions at the supports of a simply supported beam. This experiment is based on the fundamental principle of equilibrium, which states that if a stationary body subjected to coplanar forces is in equilibrium, then the algebraic sum of all the forces and their moments about any point lying in their plane is 0. These are the three fundamental principles of equilibrium which are applicable when a stationary body is subjected to a number of coplanar forces. A beam is basically a structural member which is used to carry mainly vertical loads, and depending on the type of supports, it can be classified in many types. In this case, the beam is supported by a hinge and a roller support and is called a simply supported beam. Over here we have more types of beams, other types. Number one is a simply supported beam having a roller support at the right end and a pin or hinge support at the left end. The second one is a cantilever beam in which one end is free and the other one's fixed. In the third, we have a fixed supported beam in which both the sides are fixed using a fixed support. There are two conditions in which a beam could be. It can be either statically determinate or statically indeterminate. In order to verify whether it's statically determinate or indeterminate, we have a check. First, what we do, we see the number of reactions and unknown forces in a beam, and then we compare them with the equilibrium equations. If the reactions and unknown forces are equal to or less than the number of equilibrium equations we already have, it means the beam is statically determinate. On the contrary, if the number of unknowns or reactions are greater than the available equilibrium equations, then the beam is said to be statically indeterminate, and the unknowns can be evaluated using other techniques. In this case, we have a beam which is simply supported. It's supported by a hinge support at support A, and at point B it's supported by a roller support. So these are the support reactions we are having. We have only 3 support reactions, and the applied forces, which are the known forces, are 2 in number. Force P is applied right at the center of the beam, and there is one horizontal force which is acting outwards from support B. And the available equilibrium equations we have are 3 in number. So let's see whether it's statically determinate or indeterminate. Looking at the number of unknowns, the unknowns are 3 in number, and the equilibrium equations are also 3 in number, which means the number of unknowns is equal to the number of equilibrium equations. So we can call it as a statically determinate beam in this case. Let's have a look at the second case, in which we have a beam which is supported by a fixed support at A, and at B we have a hinge support. We have 2 applied forces which are the known forces H and P, and we have 5 unknown forces, 5 reaction forces, 3 at support A and 2 at support B. So in this case, the reaction forces are exceeding the number of applied equilibrium equations, which makes this beam as a statically indeterminate beam. This is the apparatus we will be requiring. We will be needing weights, sliding hooks, a spring balance, and a simply supported graduated beam. Let's have a look at the procedure. First, you have to place tag A and B on 2 spring balances. You have to place the graduated beam on the compression spring balances. Then you have to note down the initial readings EA and EB. place slicing hooks at different points on the beam and suspend different weights, and then note down the final readings on the spring balance, which will be denoted by SA and SB. These will be the final readings, and EA and EB would be your initial readings. Then you have to subtract the final readings from the initial readings and get OA and OB, which will be your observed readings. And then point number 7 says that you have to note down the distance of each weight from any one of the supports, say from left. This means you have to find the relative distance of each weight from any of the support. In this case, I am considering support A. So I'll be taking every distance with respect to support A. Then use equilibrium equations to calculate the reactions. If there is difference in the observed and calculated reactions, calculate the percentage error, and then repeat the experiment by taking different weights at different places. Precautions: the apparatus should be placed perfectly horizontal. The hooks should be placed in grooves of the beam. The weights shall be hung to the hooks gently. The measurement of distances of weights should be done from one end. So you have the experimental setup over here. First, you have to label the spring balances. Once you've labeled them, you have to place the graduated beam and suspend it from both the spring balances in this way, and take the initial readings EA and EB. These will be your initial readings which you are taking when the beam is unloaded. There is no weight suspended over it yet. The final readings will be taken after you suspend the weights from this beam. These are the weights W1 and W2. Once you suspend them, you have to take the final readings, which would be SA and SB. Note them down, and also measure the relative distance of W1 and W2 from support A. This is the data sheet you have to fill. You almost have all the values. You have W1, you have W2, the relative distances, but you don't have the support reactions. In order to find the support reactions, you have to apply the equilibrium equations. Sum of vertical forces equals to 0 and sum of moments equal to 0. These are the two equilibrium equations you have to apply to in order to find the support reactions at A and B. These are the relationships you will be using to compute both the support reactions. Once you find RA, it's easier to find RB then. You have to plug this value in this equation and then you'll get RB. RA comes up to be 0.31 pounds and RB comes up to be 0.41 pounds.